Good morning, boys and girls. Today's Fundations lesson is about the syllable types that we have learned this year, just so we can review them and remember what we've learned and practice with some of them. We are going to start with the first type we learned, which was called a closed syllable. And you remember that a closed syllable always has only one vowel, and that one vowel is either closed in on both sides by a consonant or on the end with a consonant or consonants. An example of that type of syllable would be in the word crash. Here's the word crash. And let's look at it. Remember that it has only one vowel. So we're going to mark it this way with our scoop, and then we're going to mark C for closed. Now, if you remember, we put a brev above the vowel, meaning that that vowel is short. The sound of the vowel is short. We can also do a couple other markings here, and that would be CR for the blend, and we could also mark SH because that is a digraph. I'm sure that you remember all those markings because you're so good at it. We also have something called another syllable type called a closed syllable exception. And the closed syllable exceptions were marked just like a closed syllable, except you crossed out the C. And if you remember, closed syllable exceptions had glued sounds, iled, as in wild-iled, eind, as in find-eind, old, as in cold-old, ost, as in post-ost, and olt, as in colt-olt. Let's do a couple words and mark them with closed syllable exceptions. Let's mark the word cold. Remember that we would box the glued sound. We would mark closed syllable, then cross it out, because that is a closed syllable exception. It's an exception because the O is no longer a short O sound as it should be in a closed syllable, but a long O sound. So we will mark our macron above the O to show that cold has a long O sound. Let's do another one. Let's do the word wild. Wild has only one vowel, so if it was closed, it would say willed. But because this says wild, it's called a closed syllable exception. We'll box iled. Let me put it with black so you can see it. Very good. Now let's move on to our third kind of syllable that we learned about, called the vowel consonant E syllable. And you will remember that those are represented this way. Here's a word that is a vowel consonant E syllable, the word drive. So we scoop it and we write vowel hyphen E. That stands for vowel consonant E. And remember, vowel consonant E is a long vowel. The E at the end is crossed out. That's the E that makes the I say its name, which is long I, drive. So we would put a macron above the I in drive. And another example would be the word flame. And here's flame, vowel consonant E. So we cross out the E, we put a macron above the A. Because it says long A, the E makes the A say its name. Now remember that we can do DR blend and FL blend as well. Okay, let's move on to another type of syllable. It's called the vowel consonant E exception. And that is when we have the vowel that should be a long vowel according to our rules, but it's not, as in the word give. So according to our vowel consonant E rule, that should say give, but it does not. It says give. So we're going to scoop it. We're going to write vowel consonant E, And then we're going to say that it's an exception by crossing it out. Then we put a brev above the I because this is a short I, give. Now, sometimes it's interesting because a word could be a vowel consonant E word or a vowel consonant E exception, and it could be the same word spelled the same. This is the word live, vowel consonant E. This is the word live. You can hear the short I, itch, vowel consonant E exception. So we cross it out. So there we have our vowel consonant E syllable and vowel consonant E exception. Let's go on. Our next type of syllable we learned was called the R-controlled vowel syllable. R-controlled. And the R-controlled vowels are, remember, AR, car, R, ER, her, IR, bird, OR, horn, or, and UR, burn, So let's take a look at a word or two and how to mark the R-controlled syllables. How about the word third? Next year you will be in 3rd grade. So remember what we do is circle the R-controlled vowel, and then we mark the syllable as R for R-controlled vowel. In this word we can also underline the digraph TH. In a 2-syllable word, such as chapter, we can mark both syllables separately, chapter. We can mark this syllable as a closed syllable and this syllable as an R-controlled syllable. So we would circle ER. One of the words we talked a lot about when we were learning this lesson was the word cursive and how to mark that word cursive. So we would mark that cur and sieve. So cur would be R-controlled and sieve would be vowel consonant E exception because it does not say sieve, it says sieve. So we would mark it this way, cursive. Okay, let's move on to another type, which is called an open syllable. Remember that an open syllable has a long vowel sound at the end of the syllable. Some examples would be in the word she and in the word shy. Sometimes Y sounds like a vowel at the end of a syllable, a long vowel. So here's how we would mark she. We would mark it as O, open syllable, and then put a macron for the long E sound and underline SH for the digraph. For shy, we would mark it open syllable, SH digraph, and then for the Y, we would put a macron above the Y. And then remember how we show the sound of Y, whether it's a long E sound or a long I sound? So we would write the long I right above it this way. Now if we have an open syllable at the beginning of a word, we can mark it that way too, of a 2-syllable word, such as the word robot or the word began. Let's mark these 2 words. Remember, robot, began. So you can hear in the word, in the syllable row, that there's a long vowel sound at the end of that syllable. So we would mark that as an open syllable. And then bot, that's a short O, and that's a closed syllable with 1 vowel. We can see that B sounds like a long E, so that syllable is open. And gan would be a closed syllable, with a short vowel. Okay, we have one more type of syllable called the double vowel syllable. That's the one we've been working with in our last 2 units, the double vowel. The double vowels we've studied so far are AI, bait A, AY, play A, EE, jeep E, EA, eat E, EY key, OI coin oi, and OY boy oi. Now let's look at how to mark those. Let's do the word coin. We would mark our scoop and we'd put a D for double vowel. Then we would circle the double vowel. Let's also do the word Jeep. Jeep. We would circle the double vowel and we would mark it D, double vowel. Now let's practice some words that are on your real words paper that you've been using to practice fluency for Unit 12. Let's work with the word destroy. Let's write destroy, destroy. Just look at it for a moment and see if you think you could mark that word. 2 syllables. Let's try it together. Destroy. D is an open syllable, long E. Stroy is a double vowel syllable. You see OY, boy, oi in there. Double vowel. Then we can underline our STR blend. If you did it this way, you are correct. You can be trying these on your dry erase board while we try them here. Let's try the word spoiled. I hope you are not very spoiled. That means you don't cooperate very well with your parents. Let's see. Spoiled has a suffix, ed. So we circle our suffixes and then we mark spoil, which is a 1-syllable word. This is also double vowel syllable. You see OI coin oi there. And then we underline our blend, our SP blend. Let's do the word enjoyed. Enjoyed has an ed suffix, so we're going to circle our suffix. Then we're going to mark the word enjoy, which is 2 syllables. N is a closed syllable, N. Enjoy, you can see, is a double vowel syllable. There's OY, boy, oi. So we write D for double vowel. Let's do one more. This is the word ointment. It might be something you put on a scrape to help heal it, ointment. So remember that MENT is a suffix. We circle MENT, and then we're going to mark the syllable oint, and you can see it's OI, boy, OI coin oi, double vowel. And some of you might say there's also the NT blend in there. Very good job if you tried those and marked them that way. Let's do one more example. Let's do some of the other double vowels that you've been studying in the last couple of weeks. Let's try the word spray. We can see AY play A, spray. So we circle AY, we write double vowel, and then we can mark our SPR blend. Another word could be kidney, kidney, like a kidney bean, where the kidney is one of the organs in your body. That has 2 syllables, kid and knee. Kid, you can see, is a closed syllable with a short I, so we write our brev. And then we can see EY is EY key E, that's a double vowel. Let's do one last word, and that word is explain. Explain. That's a 2-syllable word. Explain. X is closed, and plain is a double vowel syllable. AI bait A. D for double vowel. And you can see also that we can underline PL blend. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed our little review of all of our syllable types and all of our marking, and that you are having fun and cooperating really well with your parents at home in your learning. Thank you, boys and girls, and I'll talk to you soon.